Welcome back, you guys, and today I'll be showing you how to make 200k fast on EAFC. So if you're new around here and you need a better team, you are in the right place. And of course, guys, we're doing a giveaway of 9 copies of EAFC, all set to FIFA points. All you've got to do is subscribe and send me proof over on Instagram, and that's for us hitting 15k, and we'll be announcing it early in November, so make sure to get your entries in. And of course, guys, if you want some coins in a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing in FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. We're going through all of the lower budget things you can do to make coins. Of course, first of all, you want to go on your preview pack every single day. You'll always have one, and usually it's going to have a media pack, but you can get something out of it. And if you have a little bit of a look into it, you might find something that's a hidden gem. You might also find yourself a shadow card or a hunter. And if you do find a pack where you make like 5k back of a 7.5k preview pack, I would say open it, because there is a good chance that the next one could be a little bit better. Then of course you should always go through your club into the stadium section, because you might find things that are just going to be easy to sell off that you might have missed before. Now in the lower end of things, we talked about this yesterday, but if you go over to managers, you have a few nations that are going to be good for you. So you've got Brazil, you've got France, you've got England, and you've got Netherlands. And of course you can take a look at the other ones like Germany, for example, but you're always going to have a better batch in those 4 nations. Then when you go over to players, of course, there is some good starting blocks. So first of all, if you go over to Premier League, we go over to Man City, and a good place to start when you're on a lower end of coins is popping in Man City, just going forward, or actually just general player, gold rare, and English. Now for this one, you're going to come up with Foden, Grealish, and of course the likes of Stones, so a nice triple 85 filter. And if you slot in the nations Portugal and pop in Playstyles Plus, you're also going to be looking at Bernardo Silva and Ruben Diaz. Of course, we've lost Cancelo, who used to be part of that filter. And if you like this shirt or any of the other football shirts I've been wearing recently, go check out Best Football Kits in the description and get 12% off with my... Now a simple filter over in La Liga, if we go over to Real Madrid and go to centre mids, I think we should have quite a few nice looking cards right now. Of course, Jude is a brilliant card, but is not going to be coming up on this filter based on his value. So you've got Cruz, we've got Modric, Jude there obviously a little bit higher than the other two, but Modric and Cruz being on that lower end are really easy to pick up. And of course, if you just pop this over to special, you're going to find the likes of Modric and Bellingham. Now Valverde. Now what you can do is, if you pop this to a minimum of 100k, for example, and then you want to take off the special, pop this down to, I think, maybe 85. What you do have is you've got Modric's special card, you've got Bellingham special, you've got Valverde standard, you've then got Valverde's inform, Bellingham inform as well. So you've got all of them in there, all under that one filter. Even though you haven't set a quality there, you can still find them all. Then if we pop over to Foot Heroes and you want to go over staying in La Liga, you've got a couple options with this one. Now on the basis, you can just do Foot Heroes La Liga, then you'll be looking at Mostovi, you'll be looking at, for example, if we have a look through here, Mascherano's on the lower end, and you've got Forlan there as well. Now if you have a look at all these, you can also see that not all of them have a playstyle. So what you can do is you can narrow them down by playstyles, but that excludes Capdevila. So keeping Capdevila in, we can narrow it down by Spanish. We're looking at Morientes and Capdevila, who have actually retained a very similar value this year rather than previous years where there's been a bit of a disparity between the two. Then, of course, with this one, we can break it down a little bit differently. We can pop in defenders, and then you can be looking at Mascherano, Capdevila, and Marquez. So a little bit of a cheaper one there as well. And of course, when you are looking at the heroes, there are a lot of other options. So if we pop over just to defender, what you're going to find, as you can see, Marquez, Cola, Mascherano, Cordoba, Scott, Rise, absolute ton in there. And of course, with this one, you can log over and pop on different leagues. So Premier League on the lower end is pretty bad, but you can obviously siphon this off and pick different ones. So if we have a look here, weirdly enough, Torre doesn't have a playstyle, so he wouldn't be one that you could exclude off with playstyles, but that is one way that you can kind of get to the higher cards. If you pop this on and pop on Playstyle Plus, you might want to go for example, forward, and you can have a look here. You've got Cole, you've got Keane, you've got Tevez. It gets rid of kind of the lower tier ones, aside from Crouch, who you would just price out. So if you pop there, you can see Cahill and Crouch in there. We'll pop the minimum to 200k, and then you've left with a little bit of a better selection of players. Now in terms of standard filters, some really good ones. If you go over to the Premier League, set the minimum to, I think, 10,250, set the position to keeper, and go for Brazil. We're looking at that absolute old classic one that we had last year, Edison and Allison. Really simple filter to make it kind of coined off right now. Of course, similarly, we can go over to Premier League. We want to go to Man City, and you want to go for Belgium. And on this one, we've got an intriguing filter. Minimum 10,250, I think, is right, but you may need to change it slightly. You've got the Is company coming up on the... Oh, no, okay, I was going to say that was convenient. But actually, we're looking at De Bruyne and Doku. So both of these at about 70k, which is brilliant because they're at a similar price plan. You're looking at a very, very easy filter where you can get both of them and easy done. Now, I know this has been a rush video. I've got a lot going on at the minute, so it's been a little bit quicker than usual, and I do apologize for that. But I hope you guys have still enjoyed. And of course, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you tomorrow.